The light flickered once, then steadied, and in that single breath between darkness and brightness, my life split into a before and an after. I had opened the bathroom door expecting steam, silence, and my own tired reflection, but instead I saw a stranger standing there as if she had fallen out of another world, soaked hair clinging to her face, hands trembling, eyes wide with a fear that felt older than the room itself. My heart slammed against my ribs, not from shock alone, but from the strange certainty that whatever was about to happen would follow me for the rest of my life. Before the story goes any further, let me ask you something from the heart. If you believe in kindness, in second chances, and in the quiet power of helping someone when it would be easier to turn away, please take a moment right now to like this video, comment your thoughts, share it with someone who needs hope, and subscribe to the channel, The Kindness Chronicles. Stories like this exist because people still believe compassion matters. I was not a brave man that night. I was exhausted, carrying the weight of days that blurred together. Work that paid the bills but drained the soul, a small apartment that echoed with loneliness, and a life that felt paused while everyone else moved forward. The bathroom was my last stop before sleep, the final ritual before surrendering to another forgettable night. And yet there she was, a woman who did not belong in my locked apartment, whose presence rewrote the meaning of fear and responsibility in an instant. She looked less like a threat and more like someone who had been running for a very long time. Her clothes were damp and wrinkled, her shoulders hunched not with guilt but with survival. The words she spoke were barely audible, but the meaning hit harder than any shout. She was asking for one night. Not a future, not a promise, not rescue, just shelter until morning. In that moment, my mind raced through every warning I had ever heard, every reason to step back, every voice that said this was not my problem. Yet my heart noticed details my fear wanted to ignore, the bruises half hidden by her sleeves, the way she flinched at sudden sounds, the exhaustion that no rest could quickly fix. Letting her stay was not a heroic decision. It was messy and uncertain and full of doubt. I gave her a towel, a dry shirt, and space, then sat awake in the living room with the lights on, replaying every possible outcome. Trust did not come easily. Neither did sleep. I wondered how a person ends up knocking on fate's door disguised as coincidence. I wondered what had broken in her life so completely that a stranger's bathroom became a refuge. And I wondered why, out of all the doors in the city, she had ended up behind mine. Morning did not bring clarity. It brought stories without neat endings. Over weak coffee and long silences, I learned pieces of her life the way one learns a language slowly, through fragments and pauses. She had been invisible for years, trapped in a cycle of dependence and fear, moving from place to place with nothing but a bag of clothes and the belief that survival was the same as living. Each sentence she shared carried the weight of someone who had learned not to expect kindness, someone who had learned to ask for the smallest mercies because the bigger ones never came. For me, the challenge was not just helping her, it was facing myself. I had built my life around safety and predictability, convincing myself that staying neutral was the same as being good. Her presence shattered that illusion. Every day she stayed, even as one night stretched into several, forced me to confront the truth that comfort often costs compassion, and that real kindness is rarely convenient. I struggled with boundaries, with fear of judgment, with the quiet question of how much responsibility one person can carry without breaking. Change did not arrive like a miracle. It arrived like rain, slow, steady, almost unnoticeable at first. She began to sleep through the night. She laughed once, then again, surprised by the sound of her own voice. I helped her find resources, make calls, take steps that felt impossibly large to her but ordinary to the world. In helping her rebuild, I felt something in myself begin to heal. The apartment no longer echoed. The days felt less empty. Purpose, I realized, does not always come from chasing dreams, sometimes it comes from answering a knock you never expected. There were setbacks. Memories do not fade just because safety appears. Some nights she woke shaking, trapped in moments that no longer existed. Some days she doubted herself so deeply that progress felt like betrayal of the pain she had survived. And I learned that supporting someone does not mean saving them. It means standing nearby while they learn to stand on their own, even when it hurts to watch them struggle. Eventually, the day came when she no longer needed my couch, my spare towels, or my quiet apartment. She left not as a ghost slipping away, but as a person reclaiming space in the world. There were no dramatic goodbyes, no promises of forever. Just gratitude, heavy and sincere, and a sense that something important had passed between two lives that had briefly intersected. After she was gone, the apartment felt different, not emptier, but fuller, as if kindness had left an imprint on the walls. I returned to my routines, but they no longer felt meaningless. I noticed people more. I listened longer. I understood that one night of shelter can become a lifetime turning point, not only for the one who asks, but for the one who answers. If this story has reached something soft inside you, if it reminded you of a moment when kindness changed your path or someone else's, please don't let that feeling pass quietly. Like this video. Share it, and subscribe to The Kindness Chronicles so more stories like this can reach hearts that need them. And before this ends, I have a special request. In the comments, write this line: kindness still lives. Let it be a small promise we make to each other, that when the door opens unexpectedly, we choose compassion over fear, and humanity over indifference.